Hi, my name is Hope, and today I will be leading you through an hour-long vinyasa flow with a short guided meditation at the end. This flow is a gentle sequence that is designed to help us relieve stress in the body. So as we progress throughout the class, make sure you're really listening and in tune with your body. If you're feeling any pain or tension coming out of the pose, and if you're feeling a sense of release from the pose, then letting yourself relax and sink deeper into it. We will not need any props for this sequence, just yourself and your mat. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Coming into a comfortable shavasana or corpse pose on your mat, sending your feet out long and laying back on your back. Closing your eyes, facing your palms toward the ceiling, noticing your breath. Inhaling through your nose, letting your chest and stomach fill up with air, and exhaling through your mouth, pushing all the air out. Giving yourself a gentle body scan here, becoming aware of any points in your body that may be holding tension right now. Being mindful of your thoughts and bringing them to the present moment. Focusing on your gentle inhales and exhales. Wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe rolling out the ankles and the wrists. And then with your next inhale, reaching your arms overhead, giving yourself a big good morning stretch, creating as much space as you can between the fingertips and the toes. Then hugging your knees into your chest, grabbing on your shins, rocking on your back, massaging your lower back and spine. Then lifting your head, neck, and shoulders off the ground, drawing them to your knees, creating a small ball, still rocking here. Good, relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders back down and sending your left leg long. Right knee is still hugged into your chest. Rocking that right knee back and forth in your hip joint. And lifting your head, neck, and shoulders, chin to knee. Exhale, coming back down. Then crossing that knee over your body to the left side. Hands come out into a T. Shoulders are grounded. Gazes over your right hand. Spinal twist. Maybe taking the left hand and gently pushing your knee down toward the earth. And coming back through center, pulling that knee into your chest one more time. Then straightening it and bringing your left foot to meet your right for legs up the wall. Flexing your feet, feeling a gentle pull on your hamstrings. Feeling the relief in your back as your back is flat against the mat. One more breath here. Then pulling the left knee into our chest this time. Right leg goes long. Rocking the knee back and forth, massaging the hip joint. Inhale, then with your next exhale, rounding, lifting your chin toward your knee. Exhale, lower your head, neck, and shoulders, and twist. Across your body, arms come out into a T. Again, gaze this time is over your left hand. Maybe taking that right hand to push your knee down a little bit further, but making sure your shoulders are still grounded. Good. Coming back through center. Pulling both knees into your chest again. Rocking it out one last time. Then rocking your way up into a seated position. Crossing your legs, inhaling your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward folding. Rocking yourself back and forth. Both hips are grounded. And then walking your hands over to the right. Stacking the left hand on top of the right. Feeling a stretch through the left side body. Coming back through center, walking your hands all the way over to the left. Right hand stacks on top of the left. Coming back through center, then slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Lifting your right hand and taking it to your left ear, gently guiding your ear down towards your shoulder. Taking your left hand directly next to you and walking it away from you. Feeling a stretch all the way from your fingertips through the side of your neck. Good. Taking both hands back behind your head, interlacing your fingers, gently pressing on the base of your skull. Chin comes down toward your chest. Staying straight in the spine. One more breath here. And then taking that next stretch on the opposite side. Left hand comes to your ear. Pulling your ear down towards your shoulder. Right arm comes directly next to you, walking your fingertips away. Feeling that nice, elongated stretch through your fingertips and your neck. Good. Inhaling both arms up. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Do this 2 more times. Big inhale through your nose. Open exhale through your mouth. One last time. Inhaling through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Bringing your feet to touch. Bases of your feet to touch. Letting your knees fall open wide. Butterfly stretch. Drawing your chest down closer towards your feet. Maybe taking your elbows to your knees. Hands are on your ankles and pushing your elbows into your knees to open up your hips. Good. Bringing the knees together. Rolling over your knees and coming into a tabletop position. Hands are hip width apart and your knees are hip width apart and hands are shoulder width apart. Coming into some cat-cows. First, as you inhale for cow, dropping your stomach, arching your back, lifting your gaze, lifting your tailbone. Then exhale for cat, pushing away. Back is rounded, navel is pulled in toward your spine. Inhale for cow, lifting your gaze. Exhale, pushing through your palms and all 10 fingers, cat pose, rounding your upper back. Inhale, cow, moving here at your own pace, following your breath, connecting one breath to movement. Trying to exaggerate these movements to get full range of motion out of your spine. Good, then pushing back into child's pose, letting your hips sink, head comes down toward the mat. Then inhale, lifting your hips, coming forward, then lowering your hips down onto your mat, coming into an upward facing dog. A slight bend in your elbows, drawing your shoulder blades back towards each other. Gaze is toward the ceiling. Exhale, pushing back to your child's pose. Inhale, coming into your up dog. We'll do this 2 more times. Slight bend in your elbows, really sinking through the hips. Child's pose. Exhale. Inhale into upward facing dog. And then coming back into our tabletop, making sure our hips are still just as wide as our knees. Then extending the left leg back, left toes are pointed down. Staying here or counterbalance, extending the right arm. Holding here. Gaze is neutral, eyes are facing down toward your mat. Inhale, then exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Again, elbow to knee. Extend. Last time, elbow to knee. Extend. Good, dropping your hand and your knee, maybe taking some C shapes, looking over your right and your left shoulder, compressing the side body. Good, then coming back to your tabletop, this time kicking back with the right leg, toes are pointed down, squeezing through the right glute. Counterbalance, extending the left arm, elbow to knee. As you exhale, inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. One more time, elbow to knee. Extend, then lowering that hand and your knee, keeping your hips high. Walking your hands out long, lowering your chest, coming into puppy pose, melting your heart down towards your mat. And then inhale, lifting your chest back up, centering your left hand and lifting your right toward the ceiling, opening up your chest. Then exhale, threading the needle, right arm goes underneath your left, right shoulder comes to the ground. Left arm extends long. Good, unwinding. This time right arm is centered, left arm lifts toward the ceiling, opening up your chest toward the side. Then exhale, threading that left hand underneath the right, left shoulder grounds, right arm extends. Keeping your hips high. Good, unwinding. Coming back into your tabletop and and, untucking your toes, lifting your hips, coming into your first down dog. Pressing down through all 10 fingertips, working to ground your heels. Maybe having a slight bend in your knees. Tilting your hips high, pressing your heels down toward the ground. Lots of movement here in your first down dog. Maybe taking alternating feet, pressing one foot down at a time. Whatever feels good for you. Then lifting your gaze, looking towards your fingertips, walking your feet up towards your hands, taking a forward fold here. Feet are hip distance apart, if not wider. Grabbing opposite elbows, taking a ragdoll. Rocking back and forth. Letting the weight of your torso pull you down deeper into the stretch. Then taking your hands to your shins or your thighs, straightening out the back all the way through the crown of the head. Inhale. Then exhale, lower down deeper into your forward fold. Good. On your next inhale, slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Rolling your shoulders down and back, bringing your toes to touch and heels are slightly separated. Palms are open. Engaging your core. Closing your eyes, taking a few breaths here in mountain pose. Making sure your weight is distributed evenly. Noticing where your weight likes to shift. Are you leaning forward into your toes, back into your heels? Working to have an even distribution of weight. And opening your eyes, inhaling your arms overhead. Exhale, we're going to cactus, bending our arms, opening our chest. Inhale, arms are back up. Then exhale, cactus, arms, opening our chest. Pushing your hips forward, engaging your glutes. Inhale. One last time, cactus arms, opening your chest. Inhale, hands come to prayer, bending down for forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, straightening out the spine, hands are on your shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a different variation here in your forward fold, maybe grabbing your ankles or shins and pulling yourself in closer. Or you can take your hands back behind your back, interlacing the fingers and letting your palms fall down toward the ground for a shoulder stretch. Good, then bending your knees, grounding your hands, stepping back to a high plank. Engaging your core here, feet are hip width apart, hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Staying here on your toes or coming down onto your knees for chaturanga, keeping your elbows in tight as you lower yourself down. Then pushing yourself up for upward facing dog, drawing your shoulder blades together, slight bend in your elbows to protect your joints. And untucking your toes, coming back up into your down dog, leading with your hips, paddling out your feet again here. 5 breaths here in your down dog. Good, we'll move through that sun salutation one more time. So gaze is forward, looking up towards your fingertips, walking your feet up. Inhale, halfway lift, straightening out the spine. Exhale, lowering down, sinking deeper into your forward fold. Then inhale, coming up one vertebrae at a time. Slowly moving, rolling your shoulder blades down and back. Toes come to touch, heels are slightly separated. Inhaling your arms up. Exhale, cactus arms, opening your chest, pushing your hips forward. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms reach. Last time, exhale, cactus arms. Good. Exhale, hands come to heart center, hinging at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to your shins or thighs. Exhale, deepen your fold. Then bending your knees, grounding your hands, stepping back to your high plank. Lowering down through chaturanga, either from your toes or from your knees. Engaging your core, elbows are in tight to your sides. Inhale, upward facing dog. Gazes toward the ceiling. Exhale, down dog. Good, starting to build some heat and fire in our bodies. Noticing how you feel. Listening to your body, knowing when to back off. Now taking our knees down to the ground and sending your knees out wide to the outside edges of your mat. Pushing your hips down and back for a wide-legged child's pose. Taking 3 more breaths here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, coming back into your tabletop, untucking your toes, lifting back up to down dog. Centering your right foot, lifting your left for 3-legged downward dog. Then sweeping that right foot almost to your hands. Left foot, back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Right leg is going to be straight as we work our hands up our leg and come to standing. So right toes are facing forward, right leg is straight. Back leg is at a 45-degree angle. Taking our hands back behind us, either grabbing opposite elbow or reverse prayer hands. Shoulders and hips are square to the front of our mat. We're going to forward fold over that right leg, pyramid pose. Good, relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders, feeling a stretch in the back of your hamstring. Good, inhale, coming back up. Engaging your core as you lift. Then turning to the side of your mat. Both toes are facing out. Bending your knees, coming into a goddess squat. Holding here. Then inhale, taking both hands back behind your head. Opening up your chest, lifting your gaze toward the ceiling. Feeling the burn in your legs, making sure you're nice and deep in that squat. Good, bringing your hands back to heart center. Drawing your right elbow to knee. Back through center. Then left elbow to knee. Good, taking your hands back behind your head. And drawing your right elbow to knee, engaging the core. Really sinking low in that squat here, then left elbow to knee. Good, inhale back through center, straightening your legs. Walking your heels out just as wide as your toes. Bringing your hands to your hips. Taking a wide-legged forward fold here, hinging at the hips. Relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders down toward the ground. Trying to reach your chest toward that space underneath you. So taking your hands to the ground, walking your hands back, making sure your weight here is evenly distributed through your feet. So pressing weight into your toes and not letting yourself lean all the way back into your heels. Then bringing your hands back to your hips, lifting, using your core, then turning all 10 toes back so they're facing the front of your mat again. We're going to come into a crescent lunge. So you may want to widen your stance just a little bit. Coming onto your back toes, your left heel is lifted, sinking into that right leg. Feeling the lunge here, left leg is straight. Inhaling your arms up. Good. Exhale, dropping your ankle, coming into a warrior two. Gaze is over your right hand. Flipping your palm and high-fiving the back wall, revolving your warrior. Feeling the depth in that right leg, not losing your lunge here. Good, coming back to your warrior two. Lifting your back heel for crescent lunge. And then stepping your feet together, finding a chair pose. So toes are together, heels are slightly separated. Tucking your tailbone under, squeezing your thighs together, zipping up your legs. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, straightening your legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bending your knees, grounding your hands, stepping back to your high plank. Having the option to lower down through your vinyasa, up dog, and either way, meet back in a down dog. Pedaling out your feet here again in down dog. This time centering your right foot and lifting your left. Left foot sweeps through almost between your hands. Right foot spins out to a 45-degree angle, lifting up in your chest. We'll take pyramid pose on this left side. Taking your arms back behind you, either reverse prayer hands or grabbing opposite elbows. Shoulders are square to the top of your mat. Hips are also square to the top of your mat. Keeping your chest broad. Then inhale, exhale, forward folding over that left leg. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, I'm going to flip around so you can see me. Coming into that goddess squat again. Bending your knees. Toes are pointed out wide and knees are followed in line with your toes. Bring your hands to heart center. Lowering your tailbone down towards the mat, tucking your hips under. First drawing right elbow to right knee. Good, then left elbow to left knee. Good, hands behind the head, opening up the chest. Gaze lifts. Right elbow, right knee. Inhale, then exhale, left elbow, left knee. Back through center, straightening out the legs. Taking a second forward fold, hinging at the hips. Hands come to the ground. And this time, walking your hands over to the right side, grabbing your right ankle, right calf, pulling your torso down toward your right leg. Good, then walking yourself all the way over to the left. Hand comes on your left calf or ankle, pulling your torso toward that left side. Good, coming back through center, trying to get your chest underneath your hips. And then bringing your hands to your hips and slowly bringing yourself all the way back up. That left foot is forward, lifting your right heel off the ground, coming into a crescent lunge on the left side now. Arms come up, big bend into that left leg. Right leg works to be straight. Good, then dropping that back heel, opening up your arms, coming into warrior two. Gaze is toward the left hand. Flipping the left hand, right arm comes to your back leg. Left hand high fives the back wall. Revolved warrior, staying deep in that left lunge. Good, coming back to our warrior two. Stepping our feet together, coming into chair pose. Good, bringing our hands to heart center, straightening the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straightening out the spine. Exhale, lowering yourself down deeper into the fold. Then bending our knees, grounding our hands, lowering yourself all the way down, coming into a squat. Once you're in your squat, taking your hands behind you and coming into a seated position with your knees in front of you. Taking your hands back behind you, fingertips still pointing towards your torso. I want you to bend into your elbows for a shoulder stretch here. Good, inhale, lifting your chest. Exhale, bending into your elbows. Lift, inhale, exhale, bending into your elbows. Good, coming back up to seated, sending your legs out long. Inhale, lifting your arms. Exhale, we're going to twist. Left arm reaches towards your knee. Right arm reaches to the back of your mat. Sitting up tall here. Gaze is toward the back of your mat. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, right arm to your knees. Left arm reaches to the back. Twisting here. Inhale, both arms are coming up again. Exhale, forward folding over both legs. Maybe rocking back and forth, shifting the weight between your hips. First staying long in the spine, all the way through the crown of your head. Then rolling your head, neck, and shoulders down towards your knees and shins. Taking a few breaths to relax into this pose. Then inhale, lifting the chest back up. Arms lift, gaze follows. Exhale, left arm comes down to that knee again, and you're going to slide your left hand down your leg. Right arm comes behind your back. Good, inhale, lifting your gaze. This time right arm reaches, twisting and sliding down your left leg. Left arm comes behind your back. Good, inhale your chest back up. Bringing your knees back, bending your knees. Feet are hip distance apart. Then you're going to drop both knees to the left side. Your right knee meets up with the base of your left knee. Then your hands are going to shift around to the back of your mat, moving left. Fingertips are facing the back of your mat. Gentle twist here. Inhale, elongating your spine. Exhale, deepening your twist. Coming back through center, lifting both knees. Then you're going to drop both knees to the right side this time. Left knee meets up with the bottom of your right foot. Hands circle around to the right side. meeting on the back of your mat, fingertips facing toward the back. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, deepen your twist. Good, coming back through center, we're going to take that one more time on both sides. Dropping the knees to the left again. Knee meets up with the base of your foot. Circling your hands around to the left. Staying here on your hands or having the option to drop it down onto your forearms, deepening the twist. Good, coming back through center, shifting your hands around, lifting your knees, dropping your knees to the right. Right foot meets with the base of the left leg, hands circle around to the right. Palms are grounded, staying here or lowering down onto your forearms. Good, coming back up. And finding another butterfly. Bases of our feet are touching. Working your knees out wide. Maybe rocking in your knees. Then lowering your head, neck and shoulders down toward your feet. Inhale, lifting yourself back up. Sending the right leg long. Left leg can stay bent. Inhale, shifting your shoulders so they are framing your right leg. Inhaling your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward folding over that right leg. Right foot can be pointed or flexed, whatever feels best to you. Make sure you're working that left hip down as you're reaching toward your right. Good, inhale, coming back up, switching legs, so right knee bends, left leg goes straight. Inhale, lifting your arms, shoulders are framing the left leg this time. Exhale, forward folding over the left leg. Inhale, slowly coming back up. Taking both legs out wide, coming into a straddle. Inhale, lifting your chest, straightening out your spine. Lifting your arms, gaze follows. Exhale, forward folding in the middle. First, keeping your spine straight and going as far as you can with a straight spine. Lowering yourself down. Then once you've gone as far as you can with a straight spine, round your upper back and relax into the pose. Keeping your toes pointed toward the ceiling and not letting them dip down toward the floor. You should feel it in your inner thighs. Relaxing here for 3 more breaths. Good, inhaling back up, closing your legs, coming back to a forward fold. So inhale, lifting up through your chest, exhale, forward folding. Inhale, coming back up and lowering yourself down onto your back. And bending your knees, feet are shoulder with hip width apart, grounding through your heels, then pushing up for a bridge pose. Hands are directly next to you, squeezing through the glutes, lifting in your hips. But then lowering yourself back down. Maybe windshield wipering your knees from the left to the right. Okay. Coming back to neutral, then lifting again in your hips. Maybe this time taking your hands behind your back, interlacing your hands, and rolling up higher onto your shoulders, making it easier to lift into your hips. Good, releasing your hands, rolling yourself back down. This time extending your right leg and taking your right foot to the top of your left knee. First, letting your knee hang out wide. Maybe taking your right hand to press your knee open. Then lifting your left foot off the ground, taking your right hand and threading it through that space in between your legs, grabbing onto your shin for a figure 4 stretch. Rocking back and forth here. Then gently lifting the head, neck, and shoulders, drawing your chin closer towards your foot. Releasing that left foot back down to the ground and twisting, right foot comes to the floor. Arms come out into a T, gazes over your right hand. To deepen the stretch, maybe drawing that right knee closer to the ground as well. Lifting, coming back through center. Grounding your right foot, then extending your left. Left ankle comes to your knee. Pushing your left hip out open wide. Relaxing here. Then lifting that right foot off the ground, threading your left hand between your legs. Hands come onto your shin for a figure 4 stretch. Maybe rounding, lifting through your head, neck, and shoulders, trying to draw your chin towards your foot. Then lowering that right foot back down to the ground. Left foot twist to meet the ground. Arms come out into a T, gazes over your left hand. Maybe letting that left knee fall closer towards the ground for a deeper spinal twist. Good. Then lifting back through the hips, coming back to center, pulling both knees into your chest, rocking out the lower spine, then guiding both knees out wide and taking peace fingers to your big toes. Drawing your knees down toward the space next to your torso, opening up your hips here. Maybe taking turns, straightening out your right and your left foot, leg. Then bring your knees together, straightening both legs for legs up the wall. Feeling the stretch through the back of your hamstrings as you flex your feet. Then lowering your feet down, engaging your core, letting your feet come to touch, then pulling them back into your chest. This time pulling your right knee in, letting your left leg stay long, hugging that right knee in towards your chest. Then twisting, dropping your right knee for a spinal twist. Having the option to bend the left leg and reach with your right hand, grabbing onto your foot for a quad stretch. Back to center, right knee pulls into your chest, left leg stays long, and straightening out your right leg. Walking your hands up the back of your right leg towards your calf. Then lifting your head, neck, and shoulders, drawing your chin closer towards your knee, hamstring stretch. Good, lowering yourself back down, bringing your left leg up to meet your right, then sending both legs down simultaneously, engaging your core, like firing up the core, and pulling your left knee into your chest this time, rocking it back and forth. Maybe lifting your head, neck, and shoulders, if that feels good to you. And then gently twisting the left knee across your body, spinal twist. Arms come out into a T, having the option to bend that right leg and reach with the left hand for your right leg, giving yourself a quad stretch as you twist. Unwinding, straightening out the left leg, pulling the left knee into your chest again. And straightening that left leg. Walking your hands up the back of your leg for a hamstring stretch. You're bending the elbows, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders towards your knee. Exhale, coming back down. Drawing both knees into your chest again. Then bringing the base of your, maybe taking your hands to the inside of your thighs, pushing down onto your knees. Noticing your breath. Staying here or coming into a comfortable Shavasana or corpse pose. If you're coming into corpse pose, letting your feet span out wide, opening your palms toward the ceiling, tucking your chin halfway to find length in your spine, taking up as much space as you need on your mat. Inhaling through your nose for 3 counts. And exhaling through your mouth for 6. Letting all of that air out. And connecting with your natural breath. telling your body to relax by giving yourself a body scan. Start by noticing your toes, maybe wiggling them and then letting them fall limp. Closing your eyes but envisioning the arch of your foot, relaxed with no pressure. Moving through your ankles, calves, and up your shins. Envisioning your knees and quads are relaxed. Noticing how this feels. Moving from your fingertips up through your forearms. Shoulders are rolled down and back. Collarbones are relaxed, feeling heavy, pressing into your mat. As you inhale, letting your chest fill with air, and exhale, relaxing yourself deeper into your mat. Removing your tongue from the roof of your mouth, relaxing the muscles of your face. Especially between your eyebrows and the muscles in your forehead. After you've completed your body scan, notice how relaxed and at peace you feel. Remembering you can come back to this feeling of peace at any time. Whenever you're ready, gently wiggling your fingers and toes. Then slowly and mindfully opening your eyes, coming back into your space. Inhaling your hands overhead. Stretching all the way from the tips of your fingertips through your toes, then rolling over onto your side. Bending your knees and using your upper arm as a pillow. Then inhale, coming all the way back up into an easy seated position. Rolling your shoulders down and back. Sitting tall through your chest. Inhale, reaching your arms overhead. Exhale, bringing your hands together through heart center. Closing your eyes. Again, inhale, arms coming all the way back up. Exhale through heart center. One last time. Inhaling our arms all the way up. Exhale through heart center. Keeping our hands at heart center and lowering our gaze. Thank you for joining me in practice this evening. Thank you for spending this time dedicated to yourself. My soul honors your soul. I honor the light, the love, the peace, and the truth inside of you because it is also inside of me. In sharing these things, we are united, we are the same, and we are one. Namaste.